Hello, this is Maria Richards and I'm with the SMU Geothermal Lab. And today I have with me Christine Ferguson.
Good morning, Maria.
And Christine and I are going to talk a little bit about the history of the Geothermal Lab here at Southern Methodist University and how we got started, as well as other activities that we do within the lab.
So Maria, you've been here at SMU for quite a long time now.
Yes.
About 20 years. Can you tell us a little bit about when the lab was founded and what are some of the projects you've been working on?
Oh, sure. So I started back in 1995 with Dave Blackwell, and when I was first starting, we were working on heat flow in Dixie Valley. And so, but that really goes, the lab itself starts all the way back when Dave finished his PhD at Harvard. He finished his PhD in 1968, and then he came back with all this data related to temperature logging from the Pacific Northwest and the heat flow data that we have as part of our heat flow database. And the lab itself was established in 1970.
Okay. And what are some of the projects that the lab has worked on over the years?
Yes, so the main projects are probably the heat flow map, the geothermal map of North America.
Yes.
That's a big one. And that project was worked on all the way through the data collection of the 70s and the 80s and then into the 90s. And the map itself was first finished as a full map in 1992. And then it was updated when I worked on it in 2004.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that was a big project.
And it went through 2011, another update.
Yeah, that's right, our Google project.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were part of that.
I was.
Yes, right. So we also had, the Google project was the update of the heat flow map. We also have worked on things like the National Geothermal Database System that you also have helped on more recently.
Compiling every piece of geothermal data we can find.
Yes.
In one place for people to use, yes.
Yes. And we are one of those core nodes out there for that, the NGDS. We've also worked on conferences. And so we started our first conference in 2006 on the geothermal energy that's possible to extract from the oil and gas industry fields and where the wells are being drilled.
Okay, so you started working with the oil and gas companies quite a long time ago now. That's 10 years ago.
Yes.
For the conference.
Right. So,
okay.
Yeah, and actually that got started because of the fact that we were working on the 2004 map, that Dave and I started talking about the fact that there's that large heat flow area in the Gulf of Mexico. And I was like, how come we don't ever do anything with all this heat?
It's right here in Texas.
Yeah, it's right here in Texas. Yes. And so that kind of got us thinking about the fact that we could be tapping into all the data that the oil and gas industry has. And the fact that they produce a lot of water with their oil and gas fields. And that's how that got started.
And we have another conference coming up this year?
Yeah, we do. Yep, we're going to have a conference in April 25th and 26th. And so we will be hosting the 8th conference. And it's international because people come from all over the world to this event. And we are going to continue to talk about different ways of looking at how to use the information the oil and gas industry provides, as well as an opportunity to look at new surface equipment and new ways of combining, not only the fluid from the earth, but surface equipment to then either generate electricity or just use the heat directly.
Okay. And we'll have updates on some of the projects that have been going on for a few years.
Yes.
Project reports. Yeah.
Yes. Right. So we have things like the flare gas project from North Dakota. It's going to be updated. That HARC and REPSI have been working on Gulf Coast Greening Energy, as well as there's a project in Jeff and Dexter. Are also having an update on their project of stored energy. And then we have some new updates on how to use desal.
Right, desalination is another use for geothermal.
Right. Yes. Yes. And so the national labs are coming to talk about that.
Okay.
So I'm really pleased to have so much diversity happening around this conference.
Right.
Yes.
And for conference information, people can click on the link below and go to our website, and while they're there, find out about our previous conferences and register for our upcoming conference in April.
Excellent. So we look forward to seeing you at the conference.